Hey guys, what is going on? Today I'm going to be bringing you my first impressions on the Crimson map pack for Halo 4. Now this has been getting a lot of negative slack recently. People saying it's shit because it hasn't got 4v4 maps in it. It's awful, don't buy it, the maps are awful. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying they're not. The maps are not awful at all. I was not expecting them to be bad, and they haven't disappointed me. They are good maps with the exception of Shatter. They are very good maps. It's just the size of them lets them down a lot. Like, Halo doesn't need any more massive maps. It really doesn't, and these maps are kind of all pretty big. Before I go into what I'm going to say, this game is a really good game I got today. It was actually my first game on. It's on Wreckage. It's King of the Hill on Wreckage. We do lose because my team fucking suck balls, but I think I get 1 kill-tacular, 2 overkills, about 5 triple kills. A nasty ninja in a minute that gets stolen by some faggot teammate that I try and betray later when he's in a ghost. Here's the ninja. But yeah, it's a really good gameplay overall, so I thought I'd use it. Okay, so the maps. Shatter is awful. Wreckage and Harvest are good. I don't really know what else to say apart from that. About how good they are. Wreckage is really good. That's what you're watching now. Harvest is the supposed, and I air quote here, supposed 4v4 map. It is not 4v4 in any manner. That's worse than Complex for 4v4. Seriously, that's not going to work for 4v4 at all. There's fucking warthogs everywhere. It is a good map. Doesn't mean I like it. I think the map's alright, but the map is very well built. Like, it's a really well designed map. Same with Wreckage. Wreckage is really nicely designed. I love the backdrop. The massive, it's either the composer, or just some weird foreigner building in the background, which I really like. It looks awesome. And the actual setting of it as well. It's part of the UNSC ship that's just crashed. The idea for Harvest as well. I love the idea of Harvest. I actually have a map on Harvest. If you don't know, that was I think Harvest was one of the first planets that that the humans lost to the Covenant. In the whole Covenant UNSC human war thing. But that's not really too important. Okay, I'm going to go through how these maps actually play on certain game types now. I've only played, if you don't know, Extraction is actually in the game now. It's not like a set game mode. It's just one of the random ones that occurs in Crimson DLC. Extraction is very good. I'll give you that. Extraction is very good. I've only played it on Shatter, and surprisingly, that was the only game of Shatter I actually enjoyed because it was really enjoyable. It works really well for Shatter because Shatter is the biggest map, and although it's a big map, it's really fast paced because all the extraction points kind of dotted around the map, not too close to each other. So you've always, whilst you've started extracting one, the enemy's extracted the other. You're trying to convert theirs, whilst they're trying to convert yours. So it actually does set for a really quite fast gameplay, really, which I was surprised with. Whereas everything else on Shatter is just slow as fuck. I just played a game with Saucy on Shatter, a CTF game. Dear God, it was boring. It lasted the whole time. It was horrible. It was really boring. We lost by 1 cap because our team weren't doing anything. So we lost, but still. The map is really boring. It gets screen lag quite often, which I don't know why. I don't know whether it's my internet for some reason. I don't even know if that's a variable in it. But I don't know if it's my internet fucking up or... Oh, here's the kill tack, by the way. There's the kill tack. I get my kill trust here and my gyro stolen, which is always great. But yeah, don't know if it's my internet, but the map seems really laggy. I don't know why. I've only played 3 games on it: Extraction, King of the Hill, and Extraction and CTF. Sorry, and King of the Hill was horribly laggy. It was horrible. I've played the other maps quite a bit as well. Wreckage and Harvest. Wreckage is really great, really great. I've already said this, but the game types, most of the game types play really well on it. CTF especially. CTF plays really well on it. It kind of reminds me of High Ground CTF of Halo 3. You had one team that had the height advantage and another team that had the vehicle advantage. It kind of reminds me of that. It sets for a really good game. Not competitive at all. It wouldn't work for competitive, but it just sets for a really fun game. Harvest is kind of the same. Harvest is really big, really big, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. There's a massive open area on one of the sides of the map where you can have massive skirmishes, like 6-on-6 skirmishes with DMRs. that never really seem to end, because as soon as you die, you just run back there to get another kill. You kill someone, they run back there to kill you, vice versa, and it just carries on. I really like that. That sets up really well, especially for just Infinity Slayer. The guns I would like choose for all the maps, I wouldn't use anything apart from a DMR. I'll possibly strafe to the light rifle, but really you don't want to use anything apart from a DMR, because all the maps are just pure long sight lines. Apart from this bit that I'm looking at right now on Wreckage, that little bit there, that is possibly the only close quarters bit on the whole map pack. So that's the only time like a storm rifle, BR, AR, suppressor, or anything like that would actually be partly useful. And even then, you probably just get wrecked by a DMR because everyone uses them. Light rifle could be useful, but seriously, just use the DMR because it's powerful, it's overpowered as fuck, and it's just better than all the other weapons for it. Because, like I said, the long sight lines, the maps are really big, and DMRs are really well known for being good at taking out vehicles. So, such as Ghost especially, actually, you can probably drop a Ghost in 1.5 clips with one. So, that's probably worth using. On Shatter, a little tip for Shatter, always use a plasma pistol, because the Mantises are literally next to useless if you use a plasma pistol, because most of the map is so close quarters, even though it's a really big map, which doesn't really make much sense, but it actually does. Like, you can take the Mantis out so quick. But this is my game finished now. So I hope you enjoyed this game. This is my first impressions of the Crimson map pack. Shall you buy it or not? Should you buy it? If you're a hardcore Halo fan, buy it. If not, then I'd stray away from it, really. Like, if you can get it for free, then obviously definitely download it for free. But it isn't amazing. It's good. It is good. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's good, but it's not amazing. So if you were planning on going out your way to buy it, like, and you didn't have that much money, I wouldn't really buy it. But if you've got the money spare, it's only 800 Microsoft points, so if you've got that spare, then I'd kind of suggest going for it. If you're a big team guy, if you're a really competitive guy, like me, but you don't have the money to spare, then don't bother, seriously. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe if you're new. I do loads of videos like this really frequently. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.